Hi guys, I am on Zoom. I think maybe some of you might hop on eventually. I know this is totally random, and I don't typically do Zooms in the middle of the day that you're able to hop on. So I just, like I said this morning in my video, I am at a crossroads. I really believe in my business. Because I've had a really tough time for the last 2 months. And I have done everything that I need to do for my personal journey. Like I've stuck with my working out. I've not missed a day of Shakeology. All of that stuff for my own wellness journey. Thank goodness I've stuck to it, because that's probably one of the only things that has really helped me to continue to survive this tough time in my life. And it may seem like so petty to you that I'm really struggling right now, but it's just truth for me. It's been very hard. And so I have really let my business, the leadership aspect of it, the continuing to grow it aspect of it, really fall to the wayside. I've barely hit Success Club 5 the last 2 months. Barely. And one of them, last month's hitting Success Club 5 for me, was because on the last day of the month, I ordered some Shakeology in my mom's name. So I absolutely am not in a solid place, the solid place that I've been for the past year. And that's not the direction that I want to go with my business. So like I said, crossroads. I can either continue to wallow where I'm at and at the same time watch my business go whoosh, and all of the hard work that I've put in for many, many months now, or I can do the best that I can possibly do right now, set goals, make them attainable. They're not going to be the same as they were, say, 6 months ago. But I'm going to set goals, and I'm going to keep working hard, and I'm not going to allow myself in a time of grief and a time of struggle to lose everything that I have worked for. So lots of prayer right now. I'm praying like crazy that God will help me to continue to build my business, that God will give me the strength I need to focus in the afternoons when I just want to sit on the couch and watch TV while my kids nap or take a nap. I've been battling that like crazy, and I just need to stick to goal setting. I need to stick towards what inspires me, and that is freedom for my family and the goals that I've set for us that I know are God-inspired and the direction that He would have for us to go. So that is what is kicking me in the butt right now and telling me I need to stick with this and do the hard work during the hard time right now. So I just wanted to share that process with you. I know some of you are at that same kind of crossroads as me, where it's been tough for a little bit here, and maybe you're not proud of the work that you've been putting in the last month or two. Me, I'm not, but I'm owning up to that, and I am saying that right now I'm going to make a change. So I'm just going to walk you through that process that I do with goal setting. So I have in my business notebook, my binder, I have this page at the front of my October month that I always set for goals. And my goals, my whole goal setting process that I do is based off of the book Eat That Frog. And my goals each month correspond to my top 10 goals for the year of 2016, which, goodness gracious, we only have October, November, December, 3 months left of, and I'm not close to my end of the year goals, some of them at least, because I've lost sight here as I struggle with short-term goals. So what I do then, I look at, I have it up here on my board, my 2016 top 10. I always read over those before I set goals for the new month. So just so I can keep them at the forefront of my mind as I move towards goals for this month. So I'll read them out loud to you as I'm reading them to myself. So I have a strong faith and have spent much of my time in the Word. I have a happy family and a strong marriage. Daniel and I have had a date night twice every month. We have had family night once every week. I did a service project with my girls every week. My family and I have lived our healthiest year yet. I have inspired and helped at least 10 people with healthy living every month. I have helped 5 coaches advance their business to diamond and up, and we are an elite Team Heart team. I am earning at least $3,000 every month and have paid off most of our car loan. We have a really strong savings account built up for emergencies. So every time that I do that, it's an eye-opener to where I'm at. Am I close to attaining some of those? Yes. Am I far from attaining some of those? Yes. But that reminds me what it was when I prayed over those back in January, what it was that I felt led to write down as my top 10 for 2016. And it helps me as I sit down now to make October goals. So going off of that, I always look back at the goals I set for the month before to kind of guide me so that I'm not just wasting time, like trying to pull them out of thin air. Because once you've done the hard work, you can use that to help you. So let's see here. My first one, what I said last month was help 10 people get started. Now I'm going to look at my calendar. It is the 5th. It's now the 5th when I'm starting my goal setting. And so let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 Thursdays left in the month. So if I do 10 people, just trying to see if that's attainable. I don't want to write it down just because I've always done it. Try to see if that's really, truly attainable for the month that I have ahead. And the big goal that I have up there, 10 people every month, that's what my hope is. So let's see. I might be able to help 2 to 3 people each Thursday. I'm going to go for it. Right now this week I've helped 2 people get started, so I should be on track to continuing that. So I'm going to go ahead and say help 10 people to get started. Let's see, and that goes along with, because I basically have every person sign up, unless they crazy object, I have everybody sign up as coaches to begin with. Obviously, most of them are discount coaches, but they come around. So my second goal will be 10 new coaches for the month. Okay, the next ones that I have on here are people specifically on our team that are pushing for Diamond and Emerald. So I have my downline board over here, and I always look over there to kind of assess where everybody's at. So realistically, I'm not pushing them unless they are asking for that. So, of course, my husband's account has fallen off of Emerald, so I need to get him, Daniel, to Emerald again. And then I'm going to put a ... Ruby on the horizon. Because with those 10 new coaches that I sign up, I do 5 on my account and 5 on his account. That would be the ideal goal. So hopefully that would get him to Ruby by the end of the month. And if I'm on track with signing those people, I should be there. Let's see. Who else? This person, I'm not going to say them out loud because I don't want to put you guys on the spot. But this person should be to Ruby by the end of the month. Let's see. This person should be to Ruby by the end of the month. And of course, Diamond is the ultimate goal, but I think that Ruby is very, very attainable for these few that I'm looking at. Let's see here. This person should be to Emerald. And this next person should be to Emerald. Oh, This person lost Emerald and should be back to it this month. For certain people that I know are not recruiting heavily, totally fine. But instead of like putting Emerald by the end of the month as their goal, I put Emerald plus 2, because if they can just add on 2 more, they're going to gradually get there. So this person, I think, should be an Emerald plus 2 for the month. Let's see, who else? This person should hit Emerald again. Let's see, this person, Emerald plus 2. All right. And so those are all down as goals for this week and then or for this month. And the way that I support them in that is then on my weekly goals for the week, I will turn around and say, okay, if they're pushing for diamond, I need to be checking in with them at least like 3 times a week just to see where they're at. They're doing their daily tasks. They're remembering their why. They need support from me in any way. So that's kind of how I turn those into weekly goals. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, that still needs to be a goal this month. Our family budget kind of got out of whack with all of our crazy traveling over the past few months. So family budget back in working order. It's a goal for this month, so that we can get that savings account on the 2016 total up there. Okay. Lead cards. I got super behind on them over the summer because I was gone so much. So I'm catching up on lead cards, and I'm going to aim to send out 10 of those this month. Okay, as far as salary goes for the month, I'm aiming for $2,500 and up this month. Got super close last month. That's the beauty of this business, like total side note. Yeah, I have struggled the last 2 months, but the residual income of this business is so wonderful when you have those struggling times, because I still brought in a really good amount of money not working as much as I typically do. So residual income is awesome. Okay, and along with that, my week leg volume is where that volume comes from, that Team Cycle bonus. So my week leg volume, I'm going to say I want it at about 6,000 this month. And that's just been realistic for me the last several months, and I'm trying to creep it up every month just a little bit. I want to have at least 60 new accepted friend request contacts this month that I have started conversations with. Okay, I want to finish Country Heat, so I'm ready to start another program. Oh, this is a good one. I need to get outside more. I've been trying to do this for a few months and it hasn't happened. I want to do at least 1 run per week. Better get my butt out the door tonight if I'm going to make that happen. Okay. 5 intentional business opportunity weaved posts. And what I mean by that, I keep track of that every week just to make sure. A lot of times I go above and beyond that, but that's just ways that I'm sharing the lifestyle of this business, how it has changed my life, how it's a blessing that I get to be home with my kids, you know, like that kind of stuff where I don't just say like, hey, want to join my team? Or look at this cool business opportunity. It's not that kind of thing. It's like the Bonnie Engel type of posts where she's constantly talking about her business, but you don't really realize it. It just kind of subliminally puts it out there for people. So I try to do 5 of those per week. And then let's see here, 1 actual public post, 1 business opportunity invite post per week, and 1 challenge group public post invite per week. Okay, I have not done a good job of tracking my finances. And come tax time, if you're actually working this business, like it's really important to have that stuff in order. So I need to get my biz finances caught up. And what I mean by that is just getting all of my receipts, business write-offs, all that stuff. I track them in my binder here so that when it comes tax time, I can just hand all those receipts over. And I have a record of what all I counted for business write-offs, and I keep track of my income and my expenditures, just where my money went. I write all that down, just kind of like a checkbook, but for business only. And that's only like, I've just started doing that in the last year because I got myself in a bad spot my first few years of the business. Okay. You guys are seeing this from my side, at least 1 coach shout out for recognition, at least 1 challenger shout out, and those are per week. I actually write these things down so I can track it and keep track of it. Okay, so some of you guys know this. I've shared it on our team page, but instead of using the news feed, I have created lists on Facebook. And so I try to check in with my lists at least once every other day, going through and liking and commenting and just interacting with people. So check in with lists at least, let's see, that'd be 3 to 4 times per week, and keep updated. So as I invite people, as people accept my friend request, as coaches join our team, I'm keeping those lists updated, so I'm checking in on the right people when I take the time to do that. Okay, so my contact list, I need to add to it once per week with those that have added me. So I'm constantly keeping my contact list up to date, and I'm clearing out those that don't accept me, so that I'm not getting sent to Facebook jail. You guys, actually writing this stuff down is so helpful, because it's not just floating around your mind and you feel scatterbrained all the time, because I already live in that state most days. Okay, and then of course doing my devotional / Bible study daily, doing PD daily. Okay, let me think about this. The next one is how many invites I sent out a week. And this week I'm already missing the mark because I'm behind. I'm super behind because I didn't do well the first start of the month. But going from this point forward, I want to try to invite, let's see, 5, I'm going to go with what's realistic right now. I typically do 10 challenge group invites a day and 10 business opportunity invites a day. But right now I'm spending a lot more time focusing on actually building relationships. So where I used to do just like 5 connecting messages and 5 form or CCQ conversations, I'm now doing 10 to 15 of those, and I'm doing less inviting right now because I'm really focusing on building the relationship. So instead of doing 10 of those a day, I'm going to aim to do 5 business opportunity invites per day, 6 days a week that I work, and 5 challenge group invites per day. So let's see here, that would be 10, 6 days a week, so that'd be 60 invites per week. See how I actually like put a number to that? Really helps me to aim for what I'm actually working towards. Okay, and then going along with my top 10 goal up there, 1 outreach or service project with my girls is each week. Activity per week. Those are simple. We have fun with that. Let's see. Okay, so like I said, I'm flip-flopping. I gotta think through my numbers here. I want to do, my old goal was starting at least 48 new conversations each week, but my numbers are flip-flopping, so I need to think through that. If I am doing 10 new contact conversations every day and 10 reconnecting conversations a day, that's 20 per day times 6 days during the week. That would be 120 new conversations going each week. Now I'm going to specify that 120 new reconnects and new contact convos per week. And I'm actually on track for that this week. That's the one thing I've done well this week that I haven't done much of anything else other than my normal like me stuff every day. I've actually done new contacts and reconnecting, 10 of those each day. Okay, I am wanting to reread Made to Crave. So read Made to Crave 5 minutes each night before bed. I really like filling my mind up with something good before I go to bed because I feel like it just helps you sleep better every night. Okay. Hubby and me time 3 times per week in the evenings. Most evenings I sit down and I work. Well, as of late I've been watching Alias. But that's what I'm wanting to fix and get better at. But at least 3 of those nights during the week I need to have intentional time with him because it's one of my top goals up there to have a happy and strong marriage, and so time with him is important. Okay, going along with that, we want to have 2 date nights this month. You schedule those. I want to make it to Sunday school, my adult Sunday school class each week, and my Tuesday Bible study group each week. And I legit put that on my goal board because my anxiety wants me to not go to that stuff. Like I just want to withdraw and be at home by myself. But I know that's an area that I really intentionally top 10 goal. Like I want to be better in that area. So it goes on my goal board and I make myself get there, even though sometimes it gives me a panic attack. Just being honest. Okay, family night, one family night, intentional time together each week this month. Oop, this is a good one. I always get behind on this. Challenger and coach gifts up to date and sent for the month. Okay, and then just connecting with people and building relationships is important to me. So I try to send out 10 encouraging random challenger cards each month and 10 coach cards for all of you guys. I try to send those out each month. I haven't done it in the last few months, but I need to again. And then going along with leadership ladder, like that's one of my big goals. I want to be the next rank on my leadership ladder. And so I need to have 8 personally sponsored coaches on the SC board. Okay. Make sure there's nothing else I need for this month. Okay, I think I've hit everything I need to for my month goals. And so then I turn that into, gosh, this video is getting long, isn't it? I don't know if this is going to be helpful for you guys. If one of you watches it and finds it helpful, awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and keep recording, show you how I turn this monthly set, this monthly list, into my weekly goal. Now, of course, it is Wednesday. So tomorrow starts a new Beachbody week, correct? So let's see here. I'll go ahead and set my weekly goals for tomorrow, Thursday, through the 13th, Thursday, because I obviously don't have them down for this week. And it's end of the week. So I count weeks, Beachbody weeks. So Thursday to Thursday. So I'm going to write down October 6th through October 13th. Actually, that shouldn't be the 13th. It should be the 12th. Because it ends on the Wednesday, technically. Okay, so again, I look at my last week's goals that I wrote just to kind of help me stay on plan with how I write these. Let me get that pulled up. And of course, these are connected to my October monthly goals. So my first October monthly goal, 10 people getting started for the month. So breaking that down between 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, I need to be signing 2 to 3 people up, helping them get started each week. Now for this week, I helped 2 people get going. So I really would like to aim, as I'm being intentional with my time this next week, for 3. So I'm going to write that down. Help 3 people get started this week. Now I make little blanks on my paper, so I can actually write down who those people were, and I'm tracking it over the year. And hopefully those 3 people will be coaches. So help 3 coaches get started. And of course, those will probably be the same 3 names. Right? It still helps build a team. And like I said, I have people that are aiming to hit certain ranks and move forward in their business rank-wise. And so I need to be checking in with those people a certain amount of days during the week just to see what they need from me and how I can support them and how they're doing and encouraging, that kind of thing. So I'm going to write down those people. I have certain people that I want to check in with 3 times a week. So I'm going to write them down. Times 3. And then I have people that I'm going to check in 1 to 2 times during the week, just to let them know I'm still here. And like I said, I'm not going to say their names out loud. And 1 more. Times 2. Okay. Then, like I said, I want to send 10 lead cards during this month. So now that I have 3 more Thursdays left, I'm going to have to I'm going to aim, since I am on fire ready to do this week, I'm going to aim for 4 lead cards this week. And I'm leaving blank so I can write down their names, who I sent them to. And let's see here. Okay, I wanted to hit 2,500 this month. So let me divide that by how many weeks I have left. I think I'm going to have 500 this week. So 2,000 divided by the remaining 3 weeks. Whew, I'm going to have to work hard. Size of the goal. I'm going to be aiming for about $600 next week. And I want to hit 6,000 in week leg volume. I'm going to need to aim for 2,000 in this week. Okay. I'm wanting to have, what did I say? How many contacts? 60 new contacts for the month. So I have 20 for this week already. 20, 40, 60. So I need to have at least, I'm going to go 15 new contacts in this next week. Okay, Country Heat times 6 for those 6 days. Make sure I'm getting my workout in. PD and Devo daily. 1 run in this next week. 5 intentional business opportunity posts. 1 biz op post. 1 challenge group post this week. 1 coach shout out. 1 challenger shout out. Oh, friends lists updated and checked in at least, I'm going to say 4 times in this week ahead. Update contacts, delete friend requests that were not accepted. Okay, how many invites? I gotta change my number. Where's that? Oh yeah, I said 60 invites each. Wait, was that per week? Yeah, 60 invites this week. and 120 new combos unrelated to Beachbody. Hubby time 3 times this next week. And I want to see, I'm going to try to schedule in a date night. We can get a babysitter. So I'm going to put that on for this week. And Sunday school and Tuesday group. Make it to both of those this week. I want to try to send 3 coach cards and 3 challenger cards. One family night, 1 outreach activity, and I have 1 challenger gift I need to get sent out this week. All right. Feels so good to get these things down. Okay, so then basically this is what I do then. You guys have got to go through like the hard process. This is like the actually like tedious, write it down, be intentional, align your goals to your core 10 for the year. So I have those goals written down. Now what I'm going to be doing is, you can't see it, but I have my goal board up here. You guys know what it looks like. I'm going to write down my October goals over on the side. And I like checklists. Like, I live by checklists. I absolutely adore them. So I make everything as checklisty as possible because I get great satisfaction out of checking things off on my board and on my paper. That's why I love to-do lists, because I like to cross it off. But anyway, so I'm going to update that with what I've written down on my paper and my binder. I'm going to update this upcoming week's goals up on the this week section of my board. And then things like, you know, where I say, I need to get a challenger gift sent out this week. I'll look at my Erin Condren planner where I plan things during the week. And I'll say, okay, what day can I fit that in based off of my schedule? So I actually schedule it in, write it in my calendar. Like I said, I need to check in with certain people, certain coaches 2 times a week, 3 times a week. I'll write down what days I'm going to check in with who. When I say I'm going to send out 4 lead cards this week, I write down which day I'm going to send one, which one I'm going to, you know, I actually schedule those things into my plan for the week ahead. Country Heat, I write down when I'm going to actually work out. PD and Devo, I'm going to write down when I actually do those things. I schedule them in. My one run for the week, since I've been stinking at that, I have to schedule it in and plan to do that. My business opportunity post, my challenge group post, I'll schedule in time to create what those are going to look like, so I'm not scrambling at the last minute to get them in. Same thing goes for like coach shout out, challenger shout out. I write those out ahead of time, and then I post them at the time that I have scheduled based off of what I've planned. All those things, like you get the picture here. You just take what your goals are for the week then and plan your week out. Actually, like, schedule it out. Lately, I have not done very good job of scheduling. Like, I'm just going like day to day in my phone. I'll like schedule in what time I'm going to do things. But I really, really, really like to use my Erin Condren planner because I'm an Erin Condren nerd. I love it. And actually just thinking about like sitting down and actually scheduling out my week ahead makes me really excited right now. So this is kind of getting me fired up to get my butt back on track. So that's basically the gist of how I do it, you guys. That's how I goal set. That's how I plan out my schedule on a daily basis. That's how I know what I'm doing at certain moments with the bits of time, you know, like scattered time that I have to work my business. This is how I do it. When I'm doing it well, this is how I do it. So I encourage you to do this for yourself, you know? Write down your monthly goals, write down your weekly goals, schedule out your time. Now, I will disclaimer this for you guys. One of the big things that I've picked up from the bits and pieces that I've learned from Entrepreneur Academy, it has been like drinking from a fire hydrant. It's so much information. But one of the big things that's really stood out to me as a leader is that not all of you are going to function like me. Like, obviously, we're all of us different personalities. But those of you that are like emerald personalities like me, you love this. You're like, yes, goal setting, making a schedule. I love it. Those of you that are not like that, like this overwhelms you. And if you can find out your own way of being successful, being productive in your own way that doesn't include scheduling out to a T, that kind of stuff, that doesn't light your fire like it does mine, figure out what works for you. We're all different, and there is no one cookie cutter way to do this business. I just share all of this with you guys because this is how I am most successful. The months that I make, the amount of money I'm hoping to make, that I pay off the loans that I'm hoping to pay off, that I contribute to my family, my husband and my relationship goes well. Those are the months that I'm intentional about this stuff, and I actually write out my goals. I actually plan out my time so that I'm not just like flying by the seat of my pants, because I can't do that well. That doesn't fit with my anxiety driven mind at this point in time. So this is what works for me. If you can figure out something else that works better for you, go for it. But if you are struggling just in general right now, you don't have a way that works for you, do this. Try this. Start here because I know that it works. And then as you get more and more comfortable, you can expand and do your own thing that fits you better. But I highly suggest, if you're not feeling the success right now that you want to feel, this is an incredible starting place, and I know it works. So just my 2 cents, and I hope that this has been helpful for you guys. I hope that some of you connect with this and get going, have a fire lit to go set your goals, to create your lists, to create your schedules. If you found this helpful, would you please comment and share that with me so that I know who functions like me on our team? And just let me know, affirm me a little bit that this is helpful to you. And I would so love, so love if you would share pictures of your lists. I mean, you don't have to show us the nitty-gritty, like the details, but just show us that you did it, that you wrote it out, or you put it on a board. Take a picture and share it into our page so that you inspire other people in this team. All right, guys, thank you for listening, and I will talk with you again soon.